what effect do you think that the shoulder injury is having on Baker in terms of anything, accuracy, confidence?
I don't see that on the practice field. I don't. I see the accuracy as it usually is on the practice field. So, obviously it bothers him. It's sore, I'm sure. Sleep is probably something that's tough, sleeping on this left side. But that's part of the deal. It's part of being, playing in the NFL. A lot of guys at this time of year and throughout the course of the year get nicked up and play through it. So.
You play the position. How difficult is it to throw when you're not fully right, especially with your other shoulder?
Yeah, it can be tough. It definitely can. But like I said, I haven't seen it affect him out here in practice. I think the game. He said at first in the press conference wasn't up to his standards, and that happens in the NFL. You don't roll out of bed and have a great day every day. I've seen some great quarterbacks have a rough day, and that's part of the deal in this business. So expect him to bounce back this week. Excited to see him work today and tomorrow and practice. But I haven't seen the effects of it in practice, so shouldn't carry over to the games.
Did you ever have a torn labrum as a player?
I have, yeah. I've had 2 torn labrums actually, both shoulders. I had one repaired, and I have one in my left one that really affects my golf game a little bit. But try to blame it on that. But yeah, I mean, it's a pinch. It's a little discomforting at times, but it's part of the deal.
So when you're right-handed, you're throwing the ball with your right. Does a left torn labrum have any kind of impact as a right-handed throw?
Yeah, I mean, anytime no matter if your right knee hurts or your left knee hurts, it's all part of the mechanics. But again, I've not seen it affect his throw in practice, and I wouldn't say that game was a result of an injury at all.
Is it, Dell spoke about game reps and just kind of getting speed. Do you think that was kind of what it was, just because they were close, but
Yeah.
they were off?
They're very close. Really, if you complete 2 of those throws, Odell's well over 100 yards, and everybody's not saying a word. And that's tough. Deep balls are tough to complete. Percentage, your completion percentage is lower on those, but we were just off a hair. The one ball he had down the right side, he had to step up and maneuver some pressure, which was a tough throw. That one was close. And the one at the end of the game, I'd take as much responsibility for that as anybody. As the coordinator, I've repped that play multiple times versus a zone coverage, and we've driven the ball into that spot knowing that the safety in the corner would react, and this was a man look that I have not prepared those guys for. So I take as much responsibility as anybody.
Did you have your labrum repaired when you were playing?
I did, yeah. I had my right one repaired, and then my left one I did not because I was done playing.
It sounds like it's a long recovery then.
It's just discomfort, but it's like I said, it's part. If you play quarterback in this league long enough, you're going to have some labrum problems at some time. Yeah.
When a quarterback's struggling, getting into a rhythm, is there things you can do? I know you're not calling the plays, but
Yeah.
you're in on that to get him some easy throws, get him kind of.
Yeah, there's definitely ways you can do that. It's comfortable plays, concepts that you have, easy plays, easy throws for him, and that's something that we always try to do as a staff, is to find the easy completions.
Considering his situation, do you not want him to run as much, or it seems like part of his game?
That is his game. That's part of his game, and we would never take that away. He's just got to be smart, when he does decide to run.
In the opener, he was so decisive against Kansas City. It looked like in Minnesota that was not quite there. Is that something you saw, and if so, what would you attribute that to?
The scheme is good. That's a very good defense. They play well together. They've been doing that together for a long time in that system under Coach Zimmer. So, part of it is the defense we faced that day. But it was an off day for Baker, and I'm proud of him for taking accountability and saying that's in the press conference. He was disappointed, and we expect him to play better, and he expects himself to play better.
Is the worry that he would take a hit on it, Alex, or that he would get it kind of bent back?
I don't really think there is a worry at this point. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, a lot of people have played through it, kind of deal.
Did you ever experience wearing a harness when you messed up your?
No, I have not. So the right one was a season-ending injury. I had surgery, and the left one, like I said, it's still there, and you just live with it.
He's wearing the harness. Obviously, he told us yesterday. Is that an adjustment?
Yeah, I mean, everything's an adjustment, really. I mean, anytime you're wearing something different, it takes adjustment. But he wears it in practice again, and I see him throwing accurately in practice. So I don't attribute any of that to the injury as much as just having an off day.
You mentioned last week that 27 and 24 are your favorite guys. Do you see this running game continuing to evolve? Do you see more opportunities for you?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what we're based on, is the running game. It starts there. It starts with their guys up front and the work they put in. The schemes that Coach Callahan brings to the table are great each week. and he does a really nice job of in game of switching scheme and saying, all right, we need to get to this next. So there's a lot of great stuff that we do in the run game. Having those runners are exceptional, and our line does a really good job in the run blocking.
If I could mention 75, Joel looked like he had a good game last week. What have you seen him from his game this year? Has he kind of taken it up as a veteran should?
He has, and he's he's a leader of that line. There's no doubt. We gave him a game ball last week for his performance, well deserved. Probably could give him one every week. He plays really well and consistent. That's the biggest thing with Joel. He's a really smart player and very consistent.
How difficult is this left tackle situation? Credit Jed for trying to get out there every week, but at the same time, he's not able to finish these games, and you're having to sub him out. Just how challenging has that been to deal with?
I mean, obviously, you like to have the line, your starting group play every game, but the reality of it is it's not going to happen. So it's next man up mentality. Really, James came in. We have guys that can play in that position. I'm not sure what will happen with Jed this week, but we'll be ready regardless.
Do you think he could benefit maybe from a week off just to let it calm down?
That's out of my wheelhouse there. That's up to guys that know that.
Chargers defense. You didn't play the Rams last year.
Right.
So is this the Fangio defense?
It is a version, yeah, very good defense, very, very good. As you watch the tape, this is going to be a great challenge for our offense. They're playing really well. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now after their win on Monday night. They do a good job with their scheme for sure, and they get some disruptive pass rushers. So it's going to be a challenge.
Just played the Chicago defense, which also was an offshoot of that. Is
Right.
that the similarity?
There is similarities there for sure. Yeah, the scheme is similar, not always identical, but similar, yes.
What is supposed to do so well, and some things that maybe separate him from a lot of the other?
Oh man, he's just long. His length, his hand usage is really good. He's powerful, explosive, and slippery. I mean, he's definitely he can change the game, and he's shown he's done that. He's multiple times throughout the course of the season already. So definitely aware of where 97 is on the field.
I know sacks come for a variety of reasons, but what's kind of your level of confidence in the protection so far? How would you say it's held up to these?
I think it's been pretty good. We had one off day, against Chicago. I feel last week really there was one sack that I attributed to an offensive lineman. Other than that, I think Bake had two on his own, where the ball's got to come out, or he zero gain sacks, which I hate. Those still count as sacks. So I think we had one of those in there as well on a scramble. But I think they're protecting well.
The 4th and 4 was the one
Yes.
to give the O-line.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go back to Bitonio real quick. When you hear 100 games, how does that hit you?
That's great, man. It's tough to play 10 games in this league, having done it, and it's a tribute to him. He's there every week. His consistency, again, his leadership. It's a privilege to have him in our room.
About what he's been through, though, like all the coaches and coordinators.
Resilient. He's resilient. Yes, we appreciate that.
On the play with Felton, that was probably one of the ones that Baker took a sack on that you put on him. That play where Felton was open, it looked like for a first down. What happened on that play?
I'd have to ask Bake. You'd have to ask him. But it's a situation where we had a keeper, and he thought he could slip inside and run it for the first down, and 99 made a good play on him. Yeah.
When you see Odell getting open like he did Sunday, does it give you confidence that he's fully back to where he was, and just kind of excitement moving forward that he's going to be able to change what you guys do offensively?
Absolutely. To see him back out there, like you said, he was open on many occasions during the game. That's very positive for us.